This is WVTN Gospel Television, WVCT 91.5 FM, your Gospel Eagle, and it is the local and community issues and answers. We're so thankful to have with us today Brother Jarvis from the First Pentecostal in London. Brother, good to see you today.
Well, thank you very much. So glad to be here.
Bless you. And we're going to be talking about a discussion that's very near and dear to my heart about the wet and dry vote for London and Corbin and the surrounding area.
Right.
Brother Jarvis, you know, we need to plead with the people to do the right thing.
Certainly. Well, I think we all are very much aware that we're dealing with spiritual darkness, spiritual wickedness in high places.
Right.
So I think foremost, Christian people need to be spiritual. They need to be praying.
Right.
We need to be calling on the Lord to see this issue turn out in our favor. And then we also need to be active.
Right.
We're going to have to be willing to be active, talking to people in our communities, our neighbors, our friends, our churches, get people involved in this and help them to see, you know, exactly what's going on and what will happen if this becomes a reality in our communities.
You know, not a lot of people is not realizing what will happen. You see, London and Corbin is already moist, but they're wanting to go full wet.
Right. Well, what will happen, for instance, in the city of London, we will qualify for 4 and maybe 5 liquor outlets, liquor stores, and that doesn't include those all the businesses from your you know, your
Shopping stores.
Sure, like your Walmart, your major shopping stores, and also convenience stores. They're all going to be selling liquor. Basically, everywhere you look, it's going to be in a community the size. There's only 4,000 people who are even registered to vote in the city of London. But what will happen is that the entire region will be affected by these city votes, and so so it's not just the churches that are within the city limits that need to be praying and being involved. Even though the county people can't vote, they can sure pray, and they can talk to their friends and family and people that are in the city limits of these communities.
Now, you all are going to conduct a rally at your church.
We are. Actually, I serve on a committee with several other pastors and business people in the city of London. There's 11 people on the committee. We've been meeting for the last 3 weeks now. The middle of the week in the mornings, early mornings, we've been meeting to discuss plans, what we're going to do, to pray together, and to see what can be done. So this initiative that is tonight at our church, at First Pentecostal Church in London, and I'll just give the address for those who may be interested. We're located in South London on 1505 South Main Street. Right on Main Street in London. And so if you would like to come to the rally tonight, we're encouraging, you know, people, even if they're outside of our area, just to come to support the effort. And there's going to be a couple of inspirational speakers. There's going to be some worship, some prayer, and then information that'll be made available, and then some plans that are going to be announced as to what we're going to do, including some mailings we're going to do. We're going to actually do canvases door to door in the community. We're doing an all-out effort to encourage the citizens of London to vote no.
Exactly. And you know, I was talking just a week or two ago with the Barberville Minister Association, and they said that Barberville used to be wet, but the people voted it out.
Yeah.
They got together and they made the difference.
They did. And I think a lot of people think, well, since we went moist 8 years ago in London, that we lost that one, and so there's just no way we could win now in this. But they're wrong, because we only lost by 90 votes for one thing. It was a presidential election, so the high volume of voters it was a very high volume of voters. So there is a good possibility. And of course, this is, as we've already said, this is not just political. This is very much a spiritual issue, and we're asking, and a moral issue. So we're asking people in our community even if you're not necessarily religious or a Christian, but if you just stand against the vices of alcohol and what it can bring into our community, come out and join us tonight at 7 o'clock at First Pentecostal Church. Again, I'll give the address. It's 1505 South Main Street in London. Our group is called Citizens United Against Alcohol.
Wonderful. And you know, we need to get involved. You can make the difference. You watching by the way of TV or you listening by the way of radio, get involved. A lot of people say, well, what can I do? You can get involved. You can vote. You can do the right thing. And you know, people don't realize how dangerous this is, because all the time you hear these horror stories about drunk drivers running over innocent people, even some people on their way to church.
Certainly. It's true.
It's just heartbreaking.
Well, we have statistics that show that 15,000 people die every year by a drunk driver in the United States. Since 1982, that's almost